What's going on, guys? Happy Christmas! I'm just sitting here deciding, which of these Christmas movies should I watch? Die Hard or Tim Allen's Santa Claus 2? Night at the Museum 3 is out in theaters, and that's one of many comedy sequels to have come out this year, and that got me thinking, are there any good comedy sequels? The first one always seems to be better. We brought in a panel to find out that very thing. So enjoy this little Christmas present from me, your favorite Jew. He is a YouTube phenomenon. Is it fair to call you a phenomenon? Matt Santoro.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here,
pleasure.
Matt. And she is the head film critic of the LA Weekly, Amy Nicholson.
Always a pleasure, man.
Amy, let's start with you. What's one comedy sequel that you think worked?
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. It has all the characters, it has the same premises, but then it just takes it the step further and creates a world where Wild Stallions is the most important band in the world.
Yeah.
And then it kills Bill and Ted at the very beginning of the film. Like, that's the kind of mix of, like, bold and old that you need in a comedy sequel.
You have sunk my battleship.
Excellent! Yeah!
Best 3 out of 5.
Matt, let's turn to you. What's a comedy sequel that you think worked?
I would have to say a movie that not only worked, but did the rare thing of almost surpassing the first movie, which is
Godfathered it.
Almost Ace Ventura 2. Here's why I think it worked so
Yes.
well, and in my opinion surpassed the first one, because I think he really came into his own after the success of the first one, and really owned that part and really just made it his own.
Okay, I'll throw one out there that I think also cannot be denied as being a really good sequel. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark is at his most idiotic. Randy Quaid, a moron. Not only is it a great sequel, it's one of the great Christmas movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's the advantage it has,
Yeah,
it's one of those movies that, you know, much like, you know, Peanuts is always played every year.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
No, I'm doing just fine, Clark.
Amy, what's another
good one?
comedy sequel that you really dig?
I can't believe we haven't mentioned this yet, but Gremlins 2.
The new batch.
Yeah, the new batch. Granted, Gremlins 2 gets an asterisk because the first one isn't so much a comedy.
Yeah.
But that it became a comedy sequel just sort of on its own.
Takes place in a skyscraper in New York, right?
Yeah, and you have all these brand new evil gremlins, the Mohawk Gremlin and the Spider Gremlin and the
Spike.
Genius Gremlin.
Talk a little bit about what's going on in this room, because I think there are some fascinating ramifications here for the future.
So Matt, what's another one that you kind of dug?
I'm gonna have to go with The Hangover.
Why
I
would
waited
you
for that
do
reaction.
that?
I
Why
waited
would you
for
say
I waited
that?
for that
Very
reaction.
controversial.
I purposely I bring things to the table that I know are controversial.
So are you
Like bad opinions?
No, bad opinions. Bad opinions.
Hangover 2 or Hangover 2 and 3?
Number 2, I think, I don't know if it definitely didn't surpass the first one.
No.
I thought it was a good little sequel.
Oh, my word! Sorry, Stu, my bad.
So here is a classic that I think no one can argue with. Both Naked Guns, 2.5 and 33 1/3. Come on, guys. I mean, Leslie Nielsen, man, he is so good.
Any final requests, Lieutenant?
Yes. Can I have the gun?
Oh, no. Not gonna fall for that one.
He is amazing, and for that whole franchise kind of rides along in my head with a couple other ones I want to float out by you. Hot Shots.
I was just about to say that.
Back to Matt.
Okay.
Matt, what do you got? Is there another one that you're like, oh yeah, let's not forget about?
Well, you know what? I have 2.
Okay.
And just throwing
Do
them out
it.
there, might as well, just double whammy. Evan Almighty, and the other is Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
Do you mean what you're saying?
Yeah, but I thought Evan Almighty was decent.
Or is
Maybe
that, like,
I
the
just like Steve
scale
Carell.
is correct?
Maybe he's just like my guy that I just like, okay, he can't do wrong.
You're a Carell head.
That
Wait,
was,
you're
yikes, that was
talking
another.
about one of the biggest bombs of all time as well. Let's make
Was
that
it really?
clear.
Okay, then let's focus more on Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. It was sort of what we were saying before, in the same realm as the first one, it just kind of expanded.
In that, is that the one where he says, Hercules, Hercules?
Oh, Hercules.
That, like,
He does that really well.
Yeah, you
Thank
do
you.
that
Thank you.
extremely well.
Thank you.
No, Eddie Murphy in a fat suit, you know, that's a good time.
Get away from there! Stop
something! All right, I'm going to throw out just a few more to see what you guys think. I don't think we've mentioned Wayne's World 2.
Oh.
Classic.
Pretty epic. Yeah, like they have that huge concert at the end, and like that was just a fun continuation of that story.
Yes.
Fine, then all forms and applications must be filled out in triplicate and returned to this office no later than 10 working days before the event with the money.
Okay, well, we'll take these home, run through them with a fine-tooth comb, cross the T's and dot the lowercase j's.
One very recent one that I thought was pretty solid, 22 Jump Street.
No.
What did you think of 22 Jump Street, Amy?
You know, actually, I will give it this. I think in the first 21 Jump Street, Channing Tatum, nobody knew that he could do comedy yet. And in the second one, he just steals it. Maybe he's our physical comedian. Like, the way Channing Tatum moves in that movie is unbelievable.
In closing, any thoughts on why so many comedy sequels fail?
I think that certain comedy sequels try to outdo the first one, and when they the trying too hard, just like that kid on the playground that wants to be your friend so bad, and he's like, "Hey, be my friend."
Yeah.
It's like, please like my movie so much that we'll do anything, and it just really comes through in the movie.
There's like a weird desperation
Yeah,
in a comedy sequel that's unattractive.
mixed with our own expectations.
Guys, this has been a fun conversation.
Absolutely.
Now let me ask you, what's your favorite comedy sequel of all time? Which one made you laugh as much as or even more than the first one? Let us know in the comments below. Best answer? We're gonna send you a Screen Junkies t-shirt. I wanna thank my awesome panel. Matt
Thank you, my
Santoro,
friend.
check him out on YouTube, great stuff. Amy Nicholson, check her out, LA Weekly, her reviews, they're pretty on point. Guys, I wanna thank you for watching. I'm Hal Rudnick, hit me up on Twitter, bye-bye.
All this movie is gonna be is, hey, remember the scenes you liked in the first two Terminators? We're doing the same thing, but Robert Patrick is now Asian. What we gotta do is actually start the story over, do something different. You know what we haven't seen in a Terminator movie?
A baby Terminator?
No!